Deputies located a subject in the act of burglarizing multiple marine vessels, along with 2 accomplices waiting nearby in a U-Haul van.
It happened on Wayland Bay Marine on State Road 207 in St. Augustine on January 14th. Lieutenant George Harrington is with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Further investigation revealed the suspects are from the Miami area. Narcotics and a firearm were discovered in the possession of one of the suspects, who is a convicted felon. 3 subjects were arrested during this incident for multiple charges, including burglary, grand theft, possession of burglary tools, criminal mischief, accessory to burglary, accessory to grand theft, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Those arrested include Jay Joseph, Jimmy Williams, and Michael Jones. Property crimes detectives are continuing their investigation to determine whether the trio is linked to similar crimes in other jurisdictions. This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. St. Johns County has a new interim fire chief.
It's Scott Bullard. He succeeds retired Chief Jeff Pravat.
High school in Jacksonville, got a bachelor's in fire department management from Columbia Southern, and multiple classes and certifications from the National Fire Academy up in Emmitsburg, Maryland. My associates is in fire science. I've been with St. Johns County Fire Rescue for 21 years now and progressed up through the ranks. Lead by example really is true to form. I've never asked anybody to do anything that I haven't done already or I'm not willing to do with them.
Bullard says the department will continue its public interaction.
We have a public education branch. So we're always doing stuff with schools, and October is a big thing, Fire Prevention Month, where we get out and get into all the elementary schools in the county during the month of October. Also, there's a hands-on event that goes on in conjunction with the Sheriff's Office. I think it's Hands on Wheels. Any opportunity we see, and that's another thing that we're looking to see how we can further get involved with the community and get some more visibility out there, more presence.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
If you've ever wondered about the election process in St. Johns County and would like a behind-the-scenes look at the process and the equipment used, Supervisor of Elections Vicki Oakes is offering tours.
She told us some of the most common questions and misconceptions she hears.
Number one suggestion people make is that we should go to paper ballots, when the fact is that Florida has been on the paper ballot since 2008, and St. Johns County voters have been voting on paper ballots since 1994. Another question that we often get is, what about photo ID? Well, the fact is, since the 80s, Florida has had and requires photo and signature identification from our voters when they vote in person.
She told us about the reactions she often gets from people who take the tours.
What we find, Liz, mainly is people have no idea what we do here at the elections office, and there's so much misinformation out there. They're often surprised to learn the actual facts and laws that we operate our elections under.
If you'd like to take a tour, call the elections office or visit their website.
It's worth your time. Schedule a tour. Come take a visit. We look forward to having you.
She tells us what is often the main takeaway from one of these tours.
Why Florida is now the gold standard for conducting elections in the United States.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
It's not exactly a strike, but St. Johns County teachers say they won't work 1 minute longer than they're paid to. This Wednesday, and for the foreseeable future, they're launching Work to Contract Day and say they won't work any time outside their paid 7.5-hour workday. Florida law prohibits teachers from striking. Their decision comes after negotiations between the teachers union and the school district over higher wages hit a stalemate last month. The district's final offer was rejected by 77% of unionized teachers, who claim the district didn't increase pay to meet the county's high cost of living. The issue was of particular concern to veteran teachers who were not eligible for recent state-funded pay raises. The average salary for a teacher in St. Johns County is $51,000 a year. The dispute is now heading into mediation with a hearing expected sometime next month. With St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Amy Sherry.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.